What's up, guys? Welcome and thank you for being here with us on PS Best Friends, episode 26 for the week of November 7th, 2017. As always, we are the PlayStation podcast by the community, for the community. We come to you each and every Tuesday to give you the rundown on all the latest PlayStation news you could possibly need. If you're joining us live on Twitch, then you already know that this weekend we had done a 24-hour Twitch stream for Extra Life. But if you are listening to this on Tuesday, then there is still time to go donate to our page, which is extra-life.org/participant/PS-best-friends. And you can read our little bio on there. There's a nice little story about my wife Taylor's cousin, Kevin Morrissey, who went to the Boston Children's Hospital for his leukemia treatments. He is in remission now. But we want to do it in honor of him, so go check that out, please. But back to the podcast. So we do have some fun stuff to talk about this week, including November's PS Plus lineup. We got some Housemarque news, and we have an update to EA's Battlefront 2 loot box strategy. As always, I'm your host, Anthony Palm. With us today, we got the Brooklyn bad boy himself, Mr. I'm not going to show up on stream until Sunday, Jeffrey Mizrahi.
What up, what up, what up?
And we got Chicago's prodigal son, Miguel Alvarez.
What up?
You guys been playing this week? We played a lot on stream.
Yep.
So why don't we get into, I know, Miguel, you've been playing Call of Duty World War II.
Yes, I have. Well, actually, I haven't much because the servers are just bad, period.
So now you're the only one who actually bought it out of all of us.
Yeah.
Gamefly shipped
loser one.
pretty early. Excited about that. I thought I was going to get it yesterday, but I'm probably going to get it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony as well. They shipped World War II to him as well. We're not. So I mean, if you're wondering, like, whoa, these guys loved Black Ops 3. They seem like hardcore shooter guys. We're kind of holding off on it just because.
Oh, you two are.
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably
me-
because I'm broke, but yeah,
Yeah,
I also want to. I'm gonna rent it first, and then if I like it, then I'm gonna consider keeping it on Gameplay.
Yeah, just because the loot box situation and like I don't know, the beta really didn't.
Yeah, the beta was bad. My opinion.
Didn't make me a believer, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've been playing a bunch of Killing Floor 2, Fortnite, Siege, a bunch of old games on stream today. I guess over the past week I beat South Park. Yeah, I think I beat South Park right after Paris Games Week's episode. Final thoughts on that? Solid game, more of South Park 1, but I think in the last 6 hours really like bogs down and like gets like super like boring and like repetitive. It's just like, all right, I've done this for 10 hours already. Let me just get the ending of this episode. Besides that, Odyssey all day, and I got an iPhone X, iPhone 10, I guess. Shout out. Still rocking a Destiny wallpaper. I feel like I should change that though.
Should probably change that.
How many
Sorry
times
if
did you
I
drop
sound
it?
a little stuffy, but I'm still rocking a cold. I got immediately off of last week's episode and then coughed for like 2 straight minutes. So starting to shake it off, but sorry if I sound a little nasally. I've been playing really just Mario. I've been kind of dipping into Persona 4 Golden every like night before I go to bed, just kind of doing a day or two in that. Been playing anything else other than Call of Duty, Miguel?
Golden, I
did
thought you,
play a lot
I thought you
of-
beat that recently.
No, I didn't beat it. Remember I said I thought I beat it, and then there's another dungeon.
You
I have
did
to-
the long boss battle on the toilet. That wasn't. I thought that was the last one.
Toilet.
Remember wasn't that the
No,
story?
see, remember I told you that I thought it was the end, but then there was
Oh.
one more.
Oh, I thought I assumed that you beat that.
Yeah.
Interesting, long game.
Really long game.
But yeah, I also been jumping back into the Wolfenstein side missions, I guess, which are interesting. Which is interesting actually because a bunch of the promotional material has you shooting the clan members, the Ku Klux Klan in
Mhm.
Roswell. But that is never, and if you just play campaign, that will never happen. You'll never shoot a clan member. It is only
Unless it's side mission.
it was only in the side mission. Yeah, I thought that was interesting because I beat the game. Like, wait a minute, like I saw so much marketing on that, whereas on the campaign. But I guess I don't know. You know, it's in the side mission. But yeah, you know, this is really the calm after the storm. I guess you could say we got a shitload of games, and now we're kind of just.
Although,
playing-
I mean, we just got Call of Duty. We're getting Star Wars Battlefront 2 in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. This is
So there's still some games coming out, but yeah, the big day was the Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein, Mario day.
and then Paris games like that was just that was
Yeah,
a
yep.
bombastic.
But we do have PSX coming up sooner than later too, which is fucking crazy. It's like what, a month away?
Yeah, in a month. Yeah, a little bit over a month.
What
Yeah.
is it?
So we'll do probably it depends on when PSX actually falls. It's usually a Friday, right?
December
Or
I
Saturday.
think
9th.
so.
December 9th.
Right. So we'll definitely cover whatever week that is. We'll make it work so that we cover that week's episode. That following Tuesday will be about PSX. But we're excited for that. We'll do some probably some predictions the week before.
It's gonna be the year of dreams.
Let's hope.
Yeah, right.
Or
What is
I mean,
what is this show? This is not
I
really
mean,
a-
the game dreams, not.
Yeah, they should open up with dreams. But that is in the future, and that is not now, because now it is time for the calendar report.
There'll be some news.
We have an indiscriminate amount of items on the list today.
A captain's count, I guess.
Interesting that people wondering why I just stopped. Usually
Forgot
put a
about it.
sound bite in there if this is your first episode watching it live. The sound bite is there if you're hearing it now. But first up, we have November 2017's lineup of free PlayStation Plus games. Check these out over at the blog, but here they are. Light month. We're starting off with Worms Battlegrounds on PS4. That's like that OG Flash game. Bound on PS4. R-Type Dimensions, PS3, Ragdoll Kung Fu Fist of Plastic, PS3, Dungeon Punks, Vita, PS4, Broken Sword 5 of the Serpent's Curse, Episodes 1 and 2, PS Vita, and actually I get not that weak because this is pretty heavy, Until Dawn Rush of Blood on PSVR exclusive bonus game available from November 7th to January 2nd. So what are your thoughts on this, guys? I thought I had Bound, but it turns out there was a wicked sale last year on Black Friday.
You
Like
bought it, yeah.
Yeah.
Bound looks like a good game. I'm not touching any of these PS3 games anymore. I'm just not.
What do you guys
Broken
think
Sword,
they're
I
gonna
don't know
discontinue
anything about
first?
it on Vita. Dungeon Punks, maybe I'll check it out. Worms Battleground. It's like, stop giving us Worms. Xbox is giving us Worms too. It's like, we don't want Worms. We don't. Want
Miguel just said, "What do you think they're going to discontinue first, PS3 or Vita?" I think it's going to be at the same time. I think we'll see
At the same time?
at the same time. Interesting.
we'll see a rebranding of sorts for PS Plus, and they're going to be like, "All right, now 4 games or something, 4 PS4 games," and then they'll be like, "All right, but you're losing the 3." It's because I can't. What they're going to say? Oh, the Vita's gone, but we still have all these PS3 games to give you. It's
I mean, if
I
they
think it'll be
consider
2 PS4 games and a VR game.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so exactly, both Vita and PS3 will be gone. But Rush of Blood, they should have given out. Did last month have a VR game? Was last month Riggs? Or was that 2 months ago? I think.
no, that was 2 months ago.
2 months ago, I think.
So-
That was July, so yeah.
So odd.
Two,
We
3
should have
months
saw
ago.
Rush of the Blood last.
Yeah, it's
month.
weird. Maybe the way the licensing fell.
But yeah,
Although
that game is
that's-
so fucking scary. I
that's
played that.
They're,
I
It's
played
fun.
that part.
Very fun. I enjoyed it
I
a
played
lot.
that part of the demo disc, and is straight up like jump scare simulator.
Oh, you
20
didn't actually play the full game. You need to play the full game. Do you
I
have
played-
you have the move
2 wands, yeah, that's 2 wands.
Yeah, you need to play with that.
I played the full demo, and now it's just like it really captures. I think like I'm not a scary guy, but whatever I could analyze it. It really captures that feeling of like you can't run, you know, that like oh shit, this thing's in front
Yeah,
of
like
you.
you're
know where to
sitting
go.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it tricks your mind to think that it's really cool. So subpar PS Plus week month, but
Yeah, I mean a VR game being given is
Bound is VR as well. Bound can be played in VR. So if you have VR, they're moving towards you.
yeah.
Next up, Housemarque Studio, maker of modern classic shoot 'em up Resogun and Nex Machina, is moving away from developing arcade-style games due to poor sales. This is the first time I'm hearing this, actually. Housemarque CEO and
Very
co-founder, I didn't see this, Ilari Kuitinen spoke about the decision to move away from the genre. Quote, "Despite critical success and numerous awards, our games just haven't sold in significant numbers," end quote. He continued to say, while some of them have reached a massive audience due to free games, due to free game offerings across various digital sales channels, this unfortunately doesn't help pay for development, which gets costly for high production quality. While this genre will always hold a special place in our hearts, the industry is moving more towards multiplayer experiences with strong, robust communities. And it is time for Housemarque to move forward with the industry. He said, noting that Nex Machina and Matterfall will be the last of their kind from the studio. He continues to talk more about that. They're exploring different things, engaging players in different ways. They're going more, I guess they want to go like not AAA, but want to offer, I guess, different experiences, broader experiences.
Yeah,
I think
because
it's also interesting.
Because the games they're making, they're not selling.
It's interesting how he says that. How he's like they're put up on these free services because I think he's probably referring to how some of the
Probably
games.
Resogun.
Like Resogun and
No, even Xbox. They're free on Xbox as well. I think Outlast.
Okay.
Outcast was that their game? Was free on Xbox at once. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, they're the best at what they do, so the fact that they're not going to do it anymore is a little sad. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do to keep your business afloat. So I
Yep.
respect their decision.
You have to imagine that they were selling enough for a while, for them to make so many. Like since Shatter came out in like 2009, I think was really their first big one of this. So they've been doing this for about 8 years at least of primarily.
I do think that Next Machina kind of came out of nowhere, and Matterfall kind of was
It seemed like too
on the
much.
pre-show of E3. Yeah,
well,
like
I mean,
it was just kind of like
around a year they released Alien Nation, Next Machina, and Matterfall.
Exactly.
And Matterfall didn't review that well. Next Machina was kind of mixed too.
and Alien Nation was a little mixed too.
And Alien Nation would review high, but I think the game was kind of broken. So
Personally, I wouldn't really say it's the genre that's failing. I think how they're putting 3 different teams, 3 different development costs, like budgets, into 3 different games of the same genre. It's like, oh yeah, that's not going to have great sales. That could have good critical reception, but you gotta.
That's true. Like maybe if they were going to
on-
have one arcade game and then 2 other games that were different.
Or even because I can't imagine. I feel like their recent games weren't making that much money, but I can't imagine like their great games like Shatter and Resogun weren't.
I mean, Resogun for the first 1 month was free, right? Month or 2
The
months.
first month that the PS4 was out, right?
Yeah,
first month.
exactly.
That's
And
everyone was talking about though because everyone had it who had a PS4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know Resogun sales, but maybe it didn't do good. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the major news this week. Moving on over to the quick news flash. The progression system in Star Wars Battlefront 2 is undergoing some changes following beta, and Electronic Arts has outlined what players can expect. Posted on its official website, EA said it's looking at feedback. EA said it looked at feedback from those who participated in the beta and has made several changes to the loot crate system in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Epic star cards have been removed from crates, and players will need to reach a certain rank in order to craft upgraded star cards. While a few weapons will be made available in crates, the rest can only be acquired by playing the game with each locked behind specific milestones. What happens is when I go on these long reads, I always have a burp coming up. I don't know why. It's really weird. But yeah, thoughts on changing.
This is good. This is good.
I mean,
Miguel said it yesterday. People complain enough, and they'll actually get shit changed. So
yeah,
it's good.
it actually happened. I was surprised.
And the fact that they took most of the guns out of the crates too is good too.
Yeah, I think they're gonna leave like the
majority of them.
legendaries or something like that in there, but
Yeah.
most
No,
of the
that's
stuff
good.
that was
That's
in
good.
the
The
beginning.
star card
they were
thing was
changing
really
it.
the big deal because they augment your character. They're basically
Yep.
like mods. So the fact that the top tier ones are out of the crates is good.
I mean, it's good for you because you're the one that's gonna play it.
Yeah,
From
I'm the
us
only one
three.
No. It's good for the industry. Yeah, because already we're seeing developers not getting away with bullshit, essentially, and it's like
I mean,
despite Call of Duty getting away with it.
we'll see. We'll see. So far, they have. Maybe this year's gonna do some really egregious, nasty stuff with loot boxes. Maybe Black Ops 4 will be. I don't know.
You genuinely think it's going to be Black Ops 4?
No, not really. But I think
yes, it is.
there has to be a game. Oh no, I don't know. Black Ops 4 just meeting Treyarch's next game.
This would be if they did Black Ops 4. It'd be the first time they did a 4th game in the same.
Yeah.
So-
No, Black Ops 4 just I'm still my bet's on Call of Duty Premise, which is an all zombies based in medieval time.
No way.
I know.
You're stoned.
Yeah, okay.
That is my my wish list. But we're seeing EA budge on this. Maybe they're not the evil guys who are close every single player studio because it has to be a service. I don't know. This is I see your face. If you're watching the video, you can see Anthony's face. But I think it's telling to a degree. No thoughts? All right. Next up, PlayStation VR Gran Turismo Sport Bundle, which starts to hit shelves in the next few days. The bundle will include the PSVR system, PlayStation camera, a physical copy of GT Sport, and an updated version of the PSVR demo disc. I didn't know this, featuring 13 PSVR demo experiences. The bundle will retail at $399. So
Yep.
was there a $300 version I sent you guys? Was that just a Black Friday deal?
But that wasn't the GT Sport bundle, was it?
Was it? Was
No.
it not? Maybe it was.
No, it wasn't.
Regardless,
I thought it was just a
$400.
PSVR bundle.
Oh, maybe because I was combining I saw like a PS4 for like 200 and the VR for 300, and like, dude, consumer VR for $500. Whatever, $400. You get yourself a camera, headset, and a game. I still don't understand how Vive and Oculus compete. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the hardware is significantly better, but yeah, the price point on the VR, you really can't beat it for what it is.
And I assume they're gonna bundle hopefully the new one, the new PSVR,
Ooh,
instead of the older version.
Oh, with
so
the,
it depends which version they're gonna do.
I mean,
like I said, I hope it's the new one, but I probably not.
They have not released a release date yet for the updated model, updated SKU.
It's out
That's
already.
a good point.
Are you sure?
We'll look into that.
It's out.
This?
Updated SKU?
Let me check.
I don't think so. It was on the blog because they didn't say any date. Check it up. But that is interesting. I guess they're trying to move units of their old VR, but which is also pretty crazy because wasn't that an issue of supply? Remember? That was a big thing. People said they couldn't find VR headsets.
Oh,
Yeah.
now they're everywhere, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Oh, that's cool. This next one's an awesome note.
Sony has revealed that 67.5 million PS4 consoles have been shipped as of September 30th of this year. I assume that includes every type of model, pros and all that.
Yeah.
67.5 million. Wow.
That's a lot of fucking consoles.
That is a lot of consoles. So over 4 years. Yeah, pretty much almost 4 years exactly. What do you got
here? Keep
SKUs?
reading. Keep reading. I was gonna mention it, but
Okay. And financial
Go
results
for
for the second quarter of fiscal year 2017 reveal that Sony Interactive Entertainment spent 4.2 million units, sent 4.2 million units to retailers this quarter, bringing up of what? What does that mean? Oh, of PS4 units. Bringing this quarter up to a lifetime total of 67.4. Yeah, that's the same thing we just said. Numbers result in the company raising its predictions to meet 79 million units shipped by March 2018. Yeah, I can see that. 79.
Excuse me, I keep yawning. I'm sorry if you're watching the video.
All good.
I barely got any sleep because Miguel and I were streaming all night.
You can watch the VOD of that if you want to see Miguel and Anthony stream on twitch.tv/PSBestFriends. But yeah, what you said?
I think I was just apologizing for yawning. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Black Friday sales are
can they
gonna,
reach it? They'll probably will.
12.5
Because their
million?
chip not sold through.
12.5 million in 3 months.
that's. I mean, it is a
4 months. 4 months. 5 months.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, and also it's probably they're probably making that prediction because maybe God of War March. So they're like, oh, we're gonna sell a
point.
system
It's a good point.
by March 2018.
So it's holiday for the new PSVR.
There's so it's definitely it's not out yet.
No, it's not.
The new
Now
SKU.
these are worldwide sales, right? So maybe they're
Yeah,
banking on
they are.
Monster Hunter selling a lot of units in Japan.
Monster Hunter has a date or no?
Monster Hunter's January.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, with the beta December also. Yeah.
So maybe
And
they're
maybe
banking on like at least in Japan that moving units. I mean, it might move some units in America, but that's a huge franchise in Japan. So maybe they're banking on that.
And I could see in March.
too.
I could see God of War coming out in March.
Yeah.
And that might
yeah,
give it
that's
a
what-
nice little bump too.
Dude, I know several people that will buy a PS4 because they love God of War and PS3. You know.
Yeah.
It's a loved
I
franchise.
could see that.
Next up, coming out of BlizzCon this past weekend, a new batch of skins inspired by the upcoming Blizzard World map are coming to Overwatch. Overwatch is also getting a new hero, Moira, who is she's support, but she also has
She's a
healing.
healer, right?
She's a healer, but also I think her healing things do damage.
Yeah, like she can deal. Like she's a healer that is actually competent at attacking too.
I'm not a support. I'm not a support player, so I'm not gonna touch her ever. But cool if you are. Support main. But yeah, Blizzard World is going to be pretty much a theme park of all Blizzard properties. So yeah, like World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm. There's like a tavern that's like based after the Hearthstone tavern.
Mhm.
You could just like run in and shoot people in. Looks like a lot of cool things in that map. A lot of people are wishing that was an actual real place, but it is not. And
The question is is this gonna bring people back to Destiny? Whoever's like leaving to play other games.
Overwatch, you mean?
Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch. Yeah, my bad.
I don't think really Overwatch. I mean, yeah, a bunch of people always come back whenever there's a new hero.
Mhm.
But
I don't think Overwatch has any issues with the player base.
yeah, with they could have no hero.
There's so many dedicated Overwatch players. I don't think they need to worry about it. But yeah, I think this will pull some people in again.
But yeah, this is really cool. It's cool seeing so much support for
This game is the definition of a platform game. Like how people said they wanted like Star Wars Battlefront 1 to be a platform, or like how people every year say like they want Madden to be a platform. This really is a platform where they just add new stuff to it every year for free.
Interested to see how it's
characters have been paid characters. So I mean, it's awesome.
Nothing has been paid. You cannot pay anything more unless you want to get
outside of loot boxes, everything's been free. So that's what I'm saying. Is like that's what's great about Overwatch.
We'll see. Interesting then how we'll see how that move on to the next generation. Will it be a port? Will there be an Overwatch 2? What would happen? Next up, EA has revealed that it plans to expand its subscription services like Xbox One's EA Access and PC's Origin Access to, quote, other platforms. Although it doesn't specify exactly what they'd be. Speaking on Earn Call, CEO Andrew Wilson discussed the success of the existing subscription services before revealing its future plans. Quote, our subscription services like EA Access and Origin Access are bringing more players from across our network to join in. Our subscription player base continues to grow, and you should expect us to continue driving this model to more platforms going forward. Yeah.
What other platforms other than PlayStation could it be?
Mobile.
PC, mobile.
No, PC, they have Origin, but mobile, it could be.
But do they have that service, though?
Yeah,
what games
Origin
Because
Access,
I asked
need
you,
the EA
remember I
access
asked, they don't have access on it.
No, so Origin Access is different than
It's
EA
different.
Access, but
That's what
pretty
I'm
much
saying.
the
Well,
same.
because there's PC only games that are also in it.
Exactly.
I
They
feel like
offer-
all of the Xbox games that are on EA Access are also in Origin Access, but there's more stuff in Origin Access because there's more PC games than there are Xbox games.
They're
I just want EA Access on PlayStation. God damn it.
there's some games
Those sports games, man.
disparity, but yeah, we should see. Are they going to call it EA Access as well on PlayStation, or are they going to have another stupid name? Because
I think it would be EA Access on PlayStation.
Why change it?
Origin.
They'll just say EA Access is coming to PlayStation. That'll be the announcement.
Y'all know Origin on PC sells non-EA games. You guys knew that?
That's weird. Like Humble Bundle sells games through their own store.
Yeah, you could buy like a Ubisoft game. Maybe not Ubisoft. I think 2K games because Ubisoft has Uplay.
That's cool.
Yeah, very odd. Next up, the Persona series has reached new sales milestones according to Sega's 2017 annual report. The franchise has now topped 8.5 million units sold, package and digital total across 13 editions.
I saw this, and I was surprised that it was just 8.5. Because I keep hearing the game is so good, and people talk, praises and the game of the year and all this stuff, and it's just
it's niche.
But it's not just one game; it's all the series, dude.
But
It's
the game
for the series.
really didn't catch on until like Persona 3, though. Like with the public,
I get it, but
So they
still,
are
dude,
definitely a niche game.
It's good that it's selling, and I hope.
So you were
there's
thinking
more selling.
that the number should have been higher.
Yeah, I
with
thought
the
it was
way-
gonna be like higher.
I guess.
But-
I don't know. I think that's a pretty solid number for that franchise, considering
for that
it's
niche,
very
franchise.
niche.
One of its most popular games is a Vita title. 8.5 solid. Next up, Telltale Games has announced The Walking Dead: The Telltale Series Collection, which includes all 19 episodes of the game's
Oh,
series so far. The $50 collection will be available December 5th.
This is
But
so
it-
dumb because it doesn't even include
Yeah.
the
Really?
new final season coming up.
yep.
If it
doesn't
included
include it.
that, I would have been fine with it. But don't call it the collection if it doesn't have everything in it. Like
Would it really be so hard to wait till it's done and actually put them all on
they're
disc?
just going to do this again. They're going to release a new collection of them because they did the Telltale collection already, which had seasons 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead with like The Wolf Among Us.
They're gonna.
Game
It's
of Thrones,
gonna instead of that, it's gonna be The
Borderlands.
Walking Dead, the Telltale.
Batman.
No, the Telltale series, but it's gonna be the complete edition or something like that.
I don't know.
They'll
Remember
just
when
do another bundle. It's a little weird. $50 is really expensive for that. I feel like you
You
get
could probably get
you get all of
everything
these
cheaper.
games for like $5 for the whole
Yep.
season, like when they go on sale.
Yep.
I was reading something. The New Frontier is the final one, or Gary Whitta is coming
Season 3.
on for season
No.
4 though? Is there a season
Yeah,
4?
it's still not out.
It's the final
They're-
season. Yeah. I don't know
But
if
I'm
it's
saying-
called season 4, but
New Frontier's 3.
yeah.
I'm saying, and then but 4 will be.
You're gonna do one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interested if that's gonna be a new engine. I don't know. Remember when Telltale was indie? That was cool,
Probably not.
It
right?
won't be a new engine.
No, they were not.
No, Telltale was indie for like the no, maybe not. I don't know. I'm saying like back in their first games. Either way, that is the last news piece we had this week. Quieter week than last week's news extravaganza.
Much
Yeah, last week was
quieter.
crazy. This week we have, first topic of the episode comes from our own Miguel. And he says, was The Last of Us trailer too violent to have been a part of Paris Games Week? So why don't you start on this, Miguel, since you posted the question?
So after they showed the trailer, and I thought personally I loved it. It was great. It gave what the game was gonna be about pretty much. It was gonna be darker, violent, more violent.
Yeah, it sets the tone.
Yeah, it sets the tone, and I loved it. Now, should they have like said at the beginning of the trailer something about something graphic, or it's gonna be a little bit too graphic or something like that if you want to tune out or whatever? Maybe. But for everyone to be complaining about it, they're like, oh, it's too graphic, and there's articles out there saying like, oh, this you're showing this just to sell the game. And I'm like, and in some in Twitter I saw that, and I replied like, movies and series, TV series do it all the time, and like, is that okay? And obviously I didn't get a reply, right? But is it okay?
I think
So I don't. Yeah, I don't. Did you
It's
read the Polygon article you're referring to, or no? Because I feel like unfair to you read the whole thing. All right, so I don't really know what its pitch is. Was it pretty much saying that this is not what Last of Us is about? That Last of Us isn't just about violence; it's actually about the relationship. That's what I feel like its angle was. I don't know.
Mexico
it was kind of angled to it.
also posted a video.
It was multiple
saying
people.
that he posted a good one as well. He was also kind of sort of quote unquote against it, but he made a good argument of like, this isn't like, we didn't need it to be this violent. I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying like, this is what he said, is we didn't need it to be that violent on Tokyo Game Show. We know what the game was.
Paris.
I'm sorry, Paris Game. I don't know why I always get Paris Games.
You're saying that all.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense that I get them confused, but I get them confused because I don't know. Maybe I've also
Foreigners.
But yeah, so he basically is saying like, we didn't need this trailer. We know what Last of Us is. We know it's violent. We didn't need to see this violence. Like just like we didn't need to see it to sell us on the game. That's basically what he was saying.
Okay,
I think is Paris Games Week. You don't know if there's any kids watching. I wasn't offended by it. I was fine with it. In the moment, I was like, that was fucking awesome. But if someone wanted to make the argument, like there's kids watching or whatever, something like that, I can understand saying like, well, it was kind of violent to show in the conference itself.
All right,
Let me get on the screen.
I got an example.
No, hold on one second. It's like just on this.
Go ahead.
I am not a kid, and I thought it was a Days Gone trailer, and I looked away. That was for Paris Games Week for a mainstream showing. Yes, I say that was way too violent for its like context of where it is in show.
It's not like it was at PSX.
Into a media showcase. I don't even PSX put a trailer on YouTube. Fine, whatever. But I don't like I'm very squeamish. So like when she held the knife to the stomach, I'm like, oh, this is Days Gone. I don't really care to see that much cutscene, and I looked away. Afterwards, what I knew
You
was
didn't see the guy that was hanging with his guts spilled out.
That was so fucking good.
that didn't get me as much. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I'm really like
what I think I have more of a problem with than it being at Paris Games Week is the fact that it's just that trailer is just floating around on Facebook. Like
What's
Sony themselves just have it floating around on Facebook.
Okay.
That's a violent
Okay.
trailer to not have like a warning on. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not offended by it. I'm not trying to come off as like a scared little SJW or anything like that. But I do think it was an extremely violent trailer. Like if a kid saw that, it's gonna fuck them up. You know? So like again, like you said, if it's on YouTube, you know what you're watching. I think there's a less violent way of showing a Last of Us trailer.
yeah.
General audience, and then if someone like us is like, oh, I want to watch, I want to look more at Last of Us, then you go watch that trailer.
Yeah, I'm not saying the game shouldn't have that scene, but it's like that part of the game probably didn't have to be the trailer. You know, I don't know. When she's smashing the arm, that is
with the fucking claw hammer.
it's like grotesque.
It was awesome, but I just don't know if that's the place to show it.
It's awesome in the sense that it evokes such a powerful emotion. Like that's what I think what makes it so great, and that's what makes it Last of Us. That it's not just it's like the whole scene, I guess, is like what you're more attached to rather than. Well, I don't know. I guess I think about it now. You kind of could make the argument that did you really have that attachment because of like the characters and what they were showing, or was it just because someone's arm was being brutally fucked up? You know. I think argument. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's kind of.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right. First of all,
here we go.
Let's say you're watching football, right?
Yep.
Sunday night football, and there's a trailer for The Walking Dead, right? Usually they show graphic stuff in there, and everybody is okay with it. There's no like, hey, you know what it is. You know that is Walking Dead, so you know what you're getting into. But there's no like, hey, this is graphics, so don't watch, right? And everyone's okay with it. Everyone's okay with it. All right. Now, for I get it. Should they show it? I told you guys, I wish that they didn't show any trailers for The Last of Us until the game's almost done.
Oh, I said that at the beginning too.
Yeah,
I said the same thing about Red Dead.
I love the trailer and I'm okay with it, and I loved it.
And Death Stranding.
And I enjoyed it. But with that said, I'm like, don't show anything until like 6 months before the game's gonna get released. But yeah, I mean, nowadays everybody's just so sensitive.
Did you think it was too violent?
Miguel, let's answer your question.
Is it violent? Yes. Is it violent? Yes, it is.
For Power
Did it need it to be violent? No, it didn't.
So it was not too violent for
me. No,
for a media show.
I like that kind of stuff. In my opinion, everybody's just way too sensitive, and when something happens, they just attack it. Even though they're okay with it, they're still gonna attack.
Yeah,
and we all know that.
Point of view.
And the problem is because you got Twitter, you got Facebook, you could put it in there. And if you say something, like let's just say that I'm working for IGN, I could say an opinion, and people don't agree with me. Obviously, people are gonna tell me on Twitter or whatever it is. But I could just I just won't look at it.
I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. Just like anyone.
Oh no, I don't care.
No, I saw a game on the drop and I laughed at what it is, and you'll see why in a minute.
But then what's your issue?
I don't like I said, I just don't get it.
But it's an opinion.
Yeah, I know it's an opinion. That's fine. And they started. A lot of people just started doing that. Like it's an opinion. For the same reason, because if you say something, especially in this industry, you're gonna get so much shit about it. Like, hey, don't give me so much shit. It's just an opinion.
There is a kind of a little bit of a vibe of if you're not with me, then you're my enemy in the industry.
Oh yeah, and so that's a problem with this industry.
I try to kind of stay level-headed, kind of look at my surroundings before I'm
gonna stand for what I think, and I'm just gonna say it. Like I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think it was a little graphic for Paris Games.
Like I said, yes, it's a graphic. Yes,
like they could have showed. I don't know. There definitely is like another.
But like I said,
and then full version of it on YouTube or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's because it's kind of like with the trailer. It's like Naughty Dog saying that, like, oh, this is what Last of Us is about, pure violence. And it's like you look back at the old trailers, like I just remember.
But is it that? Is it pure violence?
That trailer.
There's a little. If you pay attention, there's something else in the story.
There is. I agree. But it leans kind of towards.
It does kind of. I can understand if someone can extrapolate. This is just a violent game.
Yeah.
It's not about the story of a guy who basically has an adoptive daughter. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't get any of that from that trailer.
Oh no.
So I get it. Like I said, I'm not offended by it. I love the trailer. I just don't know if showing the trailer at Paris Games Week was
I told you guys they should have hold this to PSX.
This would have
I
been.
think
a
it
good
would have
PSX
worked a little
showcase.
bit better,
Yes,
especially
I
with
agree.
the
I agree.
hardcore PlayStation gamers that are gonna be there.
I agree.
But before we
Word.
move on, I don't remember who had the interview, but they interview Jim Bryan about it, and the Shuhei Yoshida too, and they're like, we're okay with it. Like, we're glad that it was shown, and they're promoting it left and right. Like, they're showing it, like you said, on Facebook. You can
At
find it on
least they're
Facebook.
sticking to their guns. That's
Like,
that's
they
good
see
to
no
hear.
problem with it, and like, hey, I applaud.
Nice. All right. Good topic. Let's move on to the list of PlayStation games coming to every possible PlayStation platform as read by your best friends for the week of November 7th, 2017. First up, we have Ace of Seafood, PS4 Digital, out 11/9.
Fuck.
You can now openly admit to the desire we all share to become seafood, because Ace of Seafood is an action game where you scavenge the depths of ocean while battling other life forms and increasing the strength of your own forces. That
Come
makes
on.
some sense.
This is I can't.
ATV Drift and Tricks, PS4 retail, but PSVR mode is included based on the box art. Curse Castilla, parentheses, Maldita Castilla
Maldita
X.
Castilla.
EX.
Is that Spanish? I don't know what. I don't know.
Maldita Castilla. Yeah, that's Spanish.
Interesting. PS Vita Digital, out 11/9. I don't know
This
what
is the game I was laughing at earlier.
Discovery. So there's the thumbnail is fucking
Oh,
the
Discovery.
Minecraft fucking.
It's literally
blocks.
Minecraft. Like I don't know what the game is, but the thumbnail is literally 3 Minecraft blocks.
Discovery PS4, PSVR Digital.
Like almost identical to the Minecraft
Yep.
blocks.
But yeah, we have the worst Minecraft clones on the store. Ghosts in the Toy Box, Chapter 1, PSVR Digital, out 11/6.
Ooh, what's this?
That's an episodic game.
This reminds me of like the artwork for Sackboy. What's
Yeah, the
Big
guy on the
Planet?
cover has some type of yarn construction, or what do you call that? Knitted, I guess.
Rope.
Yeah.
Hand of Fate 2, PS4 Digital. Jeopardy, PS4 Digital. Has an excellent.
Wow, this is already out. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
wow.
this was coming out
Just
already.
saw this at Pirates Games Week. League of War, VR Arena, PSVR Digital.
Wow, that's we got to figure out the MSRP on that. 'Cause,
So it's League
I
of
wanna
War
check it
VR Arena is a hands-on, fast-paced war game like the likes of which you've never seen. Deploy your tanks, choppers, and infantry onto a virtual battlefield, swiftly countering your opponent's units as you drive towards destroying their base.
If this game is cheap, you and I should do a let's play of it together. That'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, you don't need the VR to play it. So I'm just saying.
Let me make a call. Let me make a call. I could stand behind. If it's under 15, I'll buy it.
Yeah, if it's under
No
15, we need to do a let's
Ask.
play of
You
it.
get a 10 on Metacritic, but I said it now. If it's under 15, I'm gonna buy it. Stand by those guns. It's because I feel like it could be 20. And I don't really want to spend 20 on
Yeah,
it.
same.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series, episode 5. Don't Stop Believing. I guess this is the last one. I don't really been following.
I don't want to
this.
read the description. 'Cause I bought it on
Oh, you read it?
sale. And
Season pass?
I didn't play it yet. I bought it on sale for like $8 for the whole season.
Okay.
With the intent of I'm gonna wait until it's all out to play it. So
That'll be
if this is the finale, then I'm gonna jump into it after this.
The description doesn't say if it's the finale or not, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read it because I don't want to spoil anything.
We talked about this last week. Max, the Curse of Brotherhood, PS4 digital, out 11/8.
Formerly an Xbox One exclusive and a
Exclusive.
launch window title. It's okay. It's fine.
You played it,
You
man?
can get it for like $4.
Yeah, they gave it for free. I think it was free for
I think
life.
it originally might have had Kinect support.
Interesting.
I don't know. I remember playing this
Maybe
game when
Oh,
I had
no, I
the
think it
Xbox.
was-
So
smart glass.
Yes, I know
I
it
don't
was
know. There
free.
was some kind of functionality. It would have been cool if they added touchpad functionality because you draw stuff in the game. So if you could use the touchpad, that'd be cool. They probably didn't, but if they did, that would be rad.
They probably didn't. Next up, the game that seems to have endless episodes.
I know what the fuck. It won't go
Minecraft
away.
Story Mode Season 2, Episode 4, PS4 digital. Need for Speed Payback, PS4 digital retail, out 11/10.
I forgot about this game.
Hype. Yeah, it's probably the big game of the week. Need for Speed returns with a vengeance in the new action-driving blockbuster Need for Speed Payback. Set in the underworld of Fortune Valley, you and your crew were divided by betrayal and reunited by revenge to take down The House, a nefarious cartel that rules the city's casinos, criminals, and cops. Remember, we didn't get Speed last year, so this is
Yeah, this is the Fast and the Furious
Mm-hmm.
Need for Speed game. Like we saw this at E3, and everyone was like there just trying to make a Fast and Furious game. Which supposedly we are getting a Fast and Furious game rumored, so we'll see.
Right.
But this game looks cool. I don't have the time to ever consider playing this, but I hope it does well. I
would like to rent it because I do enjoy the Need for Speed games. The last one I really sunk my teeth in was
watch Most Wanted.
Most Wanted. And
No,
Hot Pursuit.
was it that one or Wanted? What was the latest one?
I think Wanted was the shitty one, the cross country one. I don't know. They're all the names really melded to each other. But next up, I didn't know this was getting a complete edition. So cool.
I didn't know.
Neo complete edition on PS4. Digital. Ooh, only digital?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Neo came out earlier this year. People really loved it. It's like a Samurai Dark Souls, and I think it got 2 DLCs already. So complete that a dish. Professional Construction, the simulation. You know what this is, by the way? I'm starting to notice PS4 Digital. It's not one company that does it. I think any company could just make their own shitty simulator and just use that font.
Because this isn't Professional Construction Simulator 2018. This is Professional Construction the Simulation.
Yeah,
I could also very well next week be a Professional Construction Simulator.
2018.
We don't know. You have to tune in next week on PS Best Friends podcast to find out.
What is this like font? Like if you ever seen the simulator games, listeners, you know the font.
They all have the same font. Yeah.
It's like basic Arial italics with the gradient. Is pretty much what it is. Funny.
They all blend in.
Oh wow!
I didn't realize this game was coming out.
Yeah, Need for Speed Payback is not the game of the week because the game of the week is Sonic Forces PS4 digital retail out 11/10. Join Sonic as he tries to take back the world in Sonic Forces, the newest game from the team that brought you Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. 2 great Sonic games. What I'm hearing about this is that it has a lot of performance issues. Digital frowns tearing it apart.
Couldn't have nice things. You know what I mean? Sonic Mania came out. Everyone liked it. Let's hope this one's okay.
I played the demo on Switch. I enjoyed it. It didn't have performance issues. It ran as well as Generations did.
Check that out.
There's a demo for it. Yeah, it's actually a hilarious, very Sega Japanese demo in which it has 3 full levels, but each level has a 60-second timer. So you could technically play the whole level, but at 60 seconds, it just fades to black and it says, thanks for playing.
Really?
Yeah, in the middle of it does not let you finish any of the 3 levels it gives you, unless you could do it in 60 seconds. But I enjoyed it. If you like Generations, you'll like this. Don't come thinking that this is anything more than just a 3D and 2D Sonic. Way of Redemption, PS4 digital. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, we're getting all the game shows this week. We got Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune.
You think they would have put this with Jeopardy?
Probably same guys.
A little bundle. Yeah.
It's probably just alphabetical order.
Whoopoo. PS4 digital out 11/10. After losing its home, one lonely Wum must travel the length and width of the world to find a new place to live.
It looks like
explanation of a game that I have no idea.
Go and help out those Wum guys, because that is all the games we have this week.
What's that game that not Parapon, the other one that that one, it looks like that.
Coming out, I think, in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Loco Roco 2 is
like
coming
the
out.
artwork looks like that.
Oh, but it reminds me of what was that Game Trust game that came out? Deformers.
Deformers.
Okay. The thumbnail reminded me of that, at least. I don't know what the gameplay is. All right, now that we got through the drop, it is time to end the podcast with Game Time. Game brought to you by Jake Jericho, avid listener of the podcast and best friend. This week we have 5 games, and we're gonna see if the guys can guess the Metacritic score of these games. So the first game is BioShock 2. What was the Metacritic score for BioShock 2? You cannot look it up, Miguel.
I'm not looking it up.
I know. No, I know you're not. It looked a little fishy.
BioShock 2 people didn't got some points knocked down actually for its multiplayer. So I'm going to go with an 82.
What
are you looking up?
Check the doc, dude.
Nice. Yeah.
Which one? BioShock 2, right? You said?
Yes, BioShock 2.
Never played it. Probably not going to play it, so I'll give it a 84.
Wow, Miguel actually got it. It surprised. This one surprised me. Got an 88 Metacritic score.
Oh wow!
Very surprising.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The next game.
I assume the first one was ranked higher, right?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Although I don't know, originally it wasn't that well renowned. I'm gonna actually look it up real quick. The
What is the
next
next game?
game is Black Ops Declassified. Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified.
Nice.
Oh, that was bad. I
PlayStation
know that.
Miguel, go first on this one.
I'll say 62.
Bioshock 1 got a
62.
96.
Nice.
Okay. Damn, really?
62 for declassified.
Yeah.
Nice. 40.
Jeffrey got it, but it was a 33.
Nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew
it was bad. I knew it was bad. It's just I
game-
knew
that
how
game-
bad it was.
You guessing in the 60s. I was like, whoa, you're giving this game way too much credit.
One up.
All right. Next game, Killzone 2 for the PlayStation 3.
Ooh, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Killzone 2 most likely got good ratings because it's a early PlayStation
Come on, give me a guess.
exclusive. 91.
91. That's not in the 90s. 87.
Yeah, Jeffrey guessed that on the nose 91.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Was
Really?
it Jeffrey?
It
So
was a
3 was higher than 2. Okay.
No, 3 was less than 2.
Killzone 2 was excellent.
Killzone was amazing. Yeah, we talked about it like 2 episodes ago.
All right. Next game, the fourth game. A game that we played a lot today, Killing Floor 2.
No
This is
idea.
the PS4 Metacritic score, just specifically because there
Okay.
was a different
PS4's
score for
version.
it on, I think, Xbox. So it's specifically the Metacritic score for the PS4.
I wonder.
Miguel, your turn on this one.
Fuck. I probably lost. I'm going to say 79.
For Killing Floor 2, yeah, I feel like the people won't think there's that much content. I'm going with 75.
75.
Dotted?
God
Thumbs up?
damn it.
75.
Nice. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, so we'll do the last one just because, but Jeffrey wins this week.
Yeah.
The last one is the PS Plus game of the month, Bound, for PS4.
Ooh. Bound.
82.
76.
71.
Ooh.
Damn,
yeah.
really? That low? Wow.
People didn't like it, yeah.
That was also, I believe, before the VR version was announced, and people apparently really enjoyed the VR version. So I'm
Okay.
curious if the
so the
VR
VR version
not
for
at
the
launch?
is pretty much just that classic like God looking into a box view, where it's like pretty much the same game, but like
but
you're
people
looking-
liked it though. So
Exactly.
I'm
No,
just
no, no, I'm
curious
saying,
if
you know,
the VR version was there at launch, if it might have scored higher. So
like I'm into that, looking into it. So if you are,
yeah, so I'm excited to try it in VR when it comes out. I mean, I probably would. I don't know. I might play it when it comes out. I don't know. It'll probably be another Plus game that I'm just going to add to my download list and then never touch. All right, and then the last thing before we wrap this week. So Joel Campos has he had won our giveaway a couple months ago for Uncharted 4. He has beaten it and is willing to send it out to another best friend that is looking to play Uncharted 4. So if you guys want to we're kind of doing like a a rental system or a borrow like an
Right?
ours.
That's actually pretty cool.
it's like a pass the game system. Yeah. So if you have not played Uncharted 4, you don't own Uncharted 4, and you want to play,
play
you're a listener to the show. I don't want people who have Uncharted 4 plan on selling. I don't want none of that. If you're a listener and you want to play Uncharted 4 and you have not yet had the opportunity, here is your opportunity. Message any of us through any of the means that we're going to say in a second. So listen to the end of the show. Contact us anyway, and the first one to contact us will get Uncharted 4.
Now, obviously, there's going to be some shipping
America only.
implications.
Yeah, I guess, sorry.
So, Jake, I'm sorry. I know you're listening. If you're looking for Uncharted 4, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to send it overseas. But you know, we'll look into it. So hit us up if you have not played Uncharted 4 and you want to play through Uncharted 4 because it's worth playing.
And where can
This
they
has been the PlayStation Best Friends podcast, PS Best Friends podcast. I never say PlayStation Best Friends podcast. For any questions, comments, and concerns, email us at psbestfriendspod@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at psbfpodcast. You can also join us in on the conversation, give us questions for the episode, and ask to become a community guest member on the show. You can join us on our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/psbestfriends. And as I mentioned at the start of the show, we are still raising money for Extra Life for the Boston Children's Hospital. We're going to be doing that through the end of the year. Extra Life accepts donations through December 31st, 2017. And then we'll look into doing one for next year as well when the time comes. But for now, we are focusing on this year. So if you want to donate to that, you can head over to extra-life.org/participant/PS Best Friends. And we are actually going to be focusing on trying to get more stream time in on Twitch, which you can catch us at twitch.tv/PSBestFriends. And we will be doing that for Extra Life for the remainder of the year. We're not going to be doing any more 24-hour sessions because
not till next year.
But we will be doing Extra Life streams going forward for the remainder of the year, and then hopefully going forward as well. Is there anything else we need to wrap up with before
Thursday? We should all have our copies of World War II.
World War II.
And we'll be playing that. We'll try getting some zombie matches in. If you want to be our fourth, let us know. Like we said, PS Best Friends Pod at Gmail, Twitter at PSBF Podcast. And Facebook.com/group/PS Best Friends if you want to be that fourth member in our Zombies game. But I think that's about it. You could find me on PSN, on Brawl96, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Mr. Brawl96.
And Miguel?
You could find me at DarkAngel1010 at PSN and at Twitter at AngelAlvarez10.
And you can find me on PSN at TheOnlyX188, and that's ONE and then the number 88. And you can also find me on Twitter at Anthony Palm. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Downcast, Overcast, whatever podcast service you use. The only thing we are not on is Spotify because it's expensive, or SoundCloud because that's also expensive. But if you can give us a 5-star rating, that'd be a huge help. We can get higher up on the charts so more people will notice us. So we can grow the pod. And also, if you can search us on YouTube, that is PS Best Friends. You can just type that right into your YouTube search bar and give us a sub so we can get a custom URL. That'd be a huge help as well. We come to you every week with no ads, so I'm sorry we got to do some plugging, but if you could do that, that'd be a huge, huge help to us. So that has been it for week. I almost said week 25, episode 26, because we didn't update the episode number at the end of the doc. Episode 26
yeah, my bad.
PS Best Friends podcast for the week of November 7th. Thank you for listening in, and we will catch you next week.
Adios.
Peace.